Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This week I have something very different for you guys. I don't believe that I've ever shown you anything quite like this on my channel before, and so yeah, I'm excited to get into it. Today I will be planning and putting down my February memories page, and by that I mean, you know how in the Erin Condren you have this page before you actually get into the monthly overview? Well, I like to use this page as sort of like a memory keeping kind of spread for my month. So this is what I did for January. I generally I print out some pictures, I put on some washi, I might do a little journaling. It just kind of depends on how many pictures I have from that month. But I'm going to kind of show you my process from how I get from just a blank page to this. And this isn't anything new for me. If you've followed me for a little bit, you will know that I do this every month. I've done this every month since I've started working in an Erin Condren, and that was in July of 2016. So I truly enjoy using this page. Other than doing something like this, it probably wouldn't be functional for me. So yeah, so here's where we're starting with, just blank page. What I do next, I copy and paste pictures from Facebook, and then I put them into a Word doc where I can size down and crop images as needed, so I can figure out how to best put them in here. So that's what I'm going to go do right now. I will check in with you in just a second. Okay, so all I did is exactly what I said I did. I just went on to Facebook, I copy and pasted the images into a Word document, I resized them down. Most of these are 1.5 inches in height and width, and then the ones that are more vertical are just going to be 1.5 inches in width. But just to add up some variety in my picture options, I have a couple that are a little bit bigger, and a couple of these I will be cropping down or cutting out. So what I'm going to do now is just print them out onto some sticker paper that I purchased from Amazon, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have it printed on sticker paper, and obviously if I were to look at this, look at my page, I know that it's not physically possible for all of these pictures to end up on here, and that's okay. So some of these will be cut down, some of them won't be used, some of them will just be more of a reminder for me to kind of journal something about it. So off camera, I'm going to cut these out by hand. I could use a paper trimmer, I understand that. It's easier for me to cut it out by hand, it just is. And then I am going to attempt to look through my Simply Gilded washi and pick something out that will fit it. Usually I have used the monthly subscription kit from Simply Gilded to just use that washi for that spread. So I have the February monthly from Simply Gilded that I could use, but I also have a lot of pink washi. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to use yet as far as washi goes, but I will pick that out off camera, cut these out, and see you in just a second. Okay, I have everything cut out, and then I went ahead and picked out the washi. I went ahead and stuck with mostly the February subscription kit from Simply Gilded, aside from the 10mm that had the blossoms. It was kind of a pale bluish purple. And then I added in some of the stardust, some of this floral with the rose gold accent, and then this one that just says I love you latte. So I'm gonna plan on using those. So I have my stickers. The next thing that I kind of do is I just put the washi down all along the top and on the bottom. I can kind of show you in January. It's just a little bit so you can kind of see it peeking through, a little bit on the bottom. It's not a whole lot. With as many pictures as I have for February, you probably won't be able to see most of the washi anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and pick some stuff out. I will zoom you in a little bit, and I will do that and speed you guys through. that's the washi. It is down. I really love this like pink gold. It's not even a rose gold. It's like a pink gold foiled. Whew, it's beautiful. It's like it's probably my favorite right now. Every time I use it, I'm like surprised every single time. So, okay, so now what I kind of do is I go through my pictures and I decide if I want any of them cropped down, which I already know that I do. This is from Valentine's Day. This is doing Let's Make Art watercoloring, and I know I want to keep this one the same. I might cut this coffee mug down, but I'm not sure yet. I may not even use this. We'll see. And then I'm not sure if I'll use this. It was a meal that I made while I was doing Whole30, and I just kind of want to acknowledge the fact that I tried Whole30. It was not for me, but I wanted to acknowledge it in some way. This incriminating picture of me, oh my goodness. This is from my grandma's birthday party, so that's my brother, and my grandma's dog like jumped on her lap and like shoved her down. My grandma wasn't expecting it, so I've got the doofiest looking face ever, but I love my grandma, so I wanted to make sure that we have some sort of picture in there. I can definitely crop down our legs a little bit. We don't need like this big of a picture, so I'll put this over here to crop down. We did a breakout room with my friends Braylee and Michael, so this picture was super blurry. It's how they sent it to us, so I want to use it because it's the only thing that I have like with us doing with friends, so I want to make sure to include that. My YouTube channel got 50 subscribers, which is a really big deal for me. I know it doesn't seem like a lot for anyone else, but for me it was a big deal. My husband and I painted sea turtles following the Let's Make Art tutorial. I'm definitely going to crop this one down so you can get rid of some of that black. I think it would be kind of cute to cut out around the octopus, maybe not like completely cut on the line, but just kind of around it a little bit. So I'm going to put this in the cut pile. This is a picture of Colby. I can definitely trim this down a little bit, but it is super cute the way it is, so I'm not sure yet if I want to do anything with this, but I will set it aside. This picture didn't print all that great. It's a picture of me holding my Herbalife shake from Sunshine Nutrition, which kind of goes hand in hand with this. Like, I want to acknowledge the Whole30 and then how I started trying Herbalife, and I'm really loving this. So I'm not sure yet how I'll use that. My husband and I put together a Disney Pixar puzzle one day. It was just a lot of fun. I think it was during one of our snow days, one of our many. So I made it kind of big just because it's pretty detailed. So here's a picture of us on a date night that we had in February. We just did a date night at home doing our first Hunt to Killer subscription box. Snapchat filters are amazing. I got my new desk, my new tripod, my new camera for filming videos, which is what I'm sitting at right now. So I want to put this in here just to remind myself that, dang it, I was planning in a closet before this. So I have a little picture from Valentine's Day of myself and the things that my husband picked up for me. New toilet seat and windshield wipers, the most functional gifts I've ever received for Valentine's Day. And then I want to put a picture of our door at work. I put a lot of time into this and it just makes me really happy, so I wanted to put this in here somehow. In the past I've cut down it so it just is the door, so that's an option here as well. Okay, so this is a mess. This is the part that I will probably speed you up through because I just sit here and like move things around 500 times and I don't think I can talk while I'm doing it. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. I am gonna start putting some of these stickers actually down to see how much room I have. I've got like this that I want to put in somewhere, and I'm not quite sure of the layout down here yet because I don't know, I think I can move things up a bit and kind of flip some things, but I need some of these up here on first. So I will zoom you in a little bit and see. Okay, so I'm going to put this down, and this is where I can kind of talk to you guys while I'm doing this. So this week I did a buddy plan with Darshell from Books and Planners. And while this video goes up on my channel, the video for our buddy plan will be going up on her channel because she went first. I think that that's kind of like a growing trend, is that she's going to go first for the most part. And yeah, so then what else did I do? Is spring break. So I've done a whole lot of stuff for Color Street since I started selling that this week, and I have done a lot of like household stuff, but that's pretty much it. It's been, I would say, a very good, successful spring break overall. I took my dogs to the groomers one day, and I've spent way too much money this week. Just planner supplies and really everything. I think I want to bump this up just a touch, like that. That way I can bump this in the corner. Actually, possibly, how do I want this? I thought I would be able to sit here and talk while I did this, but I think it's going to be harder than I thought. Just want to leave a little bit of washi poking out on the top. I'm going to butt this up pretty much right underneath it. And really the only reason I've turned it upside down right now is so that I can line things up without knocking all of this over. That is really the only reason. I already know that the sticker is not cut straight. So that's okay. Not all of these are. The picture itself was very crooked picture, so that's a-okay. Because I do a mix of some journaling in there too sometimes, and then sometimes the spreads are just so full of pictures, but I like to journal when I can. Okay, I think I'm going to overlap this a bit. Like that, and then that leaves me a perfect little space up here, I think, to put this little coffee cup, or I can just leave it open and journal, which actually would be really cute because it's kind of a different space. So we'll see about that sticker. Okay, so these are all put down. I'm gonna bump this one up into that washi, which is why, like how I said, there's washi down, but it's really going to just be peeking in. It's not really, you can't see it a lot of the time. I don't know, just so there's a little bit of variance in how I put things down. You know, it really doesn't, I really don't even know how like it turns out until it's done. If that makes sense. Like, it is what it is. Once everything's down, we'll go from there. But I do want these lined up together, I think. Okay, so I may not end up using this picture of my door, which makes me a little bit sad, but it's kind of an awkward shape. I don't know. So let me put some of these down and then we'll see what I have room for at the end. Okay, so I don't hate it. I think as soon as I put in some writing, I'm going to enjoy it a little bit more. Because I had so many pictures, I don't have as much room to kind of like journal in a few things, so I'm going to use just a Pilot G2.38 just because it's super fine point. I'm not going to add in a lot of color. I might write in February 2019 right here, but also it's kind of redundant because it's February 2019 in my planner, so maybe I won't. Yeah, so let me just speed you guys through me journaling a little bit, and I'll try and zoom you in and keep you in frame as much as possible. Okay, I think that is my finished spread. It's not my favorite, but you know what? I always say that every month I say it's not my favorite, so I don't know what my favorite is, but overall it looks really good. It got the point down. I've got my memories down on here now. I can look back on these in several years and hopefully think back to really a lot of stuff happened in February. A lot of like home stuff. We had just gotten back from Hawaii in January. January was spent going back to work. A lot of things happened then, but this was more like low-key and not quite as crazy. So definitely, hopefully I'll be able to look back and remember that feeling of just being able to stay at home and get some stuff done. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I know it was a little bit different than normal, a lot of speed through, just because it's hard to do this and talk to you guys at the same time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'm sorry about the light fluctuating. The sun is going in and out of clouds all day. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you can make sure to watch next week's regularly scheduled video on Saturday or Sunday, and then the bonus videos that I sprinkle in throughout the week. Bye guys!